Well, Disney did it again. They put all the cards together and shown that they are absolutely creatively bankrupt. Okay, you acquired George Lucas's library essentially, and Star Wars. I figured like, okay, you got Star Wars, that's fine. That's fine. And you made a safe movie out of The Force Awakens. It's like, okay, that's cool. That's real familiar. That's okay. I recognize it. Hey. And then you put out The Last Jedi and fucking Rise of Empress Palpatine. And they were absolute fucking dog shit. Now, you felt the need to go after the timeless classic of the year of our Lord 1988, Willow. A nice, safe fantasy movie. I'm not a big fantasy movie guy. Lord of the Rings, I watched them. I had no problem with them as long as they were. I got no problems with Lord of the Rings. I'll watch them again. That's fine. I wasn't really a big fantasy genre guy. I was a big sci-fi guy. But Willow was the one that kind of put me onto the genre, so that's why it holds a special place in my fucking heart. And when I hear, hey, let's do a live action series on Disney Plus, our fucking overpriced platform, about Willow, and it's like, okay, maybe we could give this a shot. But we can't go into it expecting much because of the path that Disney has chosen to go down with its fucking panderous goddamn agenda that it feels it needs to push on kids. You wonder why Strange World didn't make any money? Because I didn't find out Strange World existed until the Tuesday that it was released. You didn't advertise. But that's beside the point. What are we going to do with Willow? Oh, we're going to continue the same shit, huh? Okay, so here's my problem. Fucking these chuckle fucks over here at Disney Studios, these Imagineers and all this crap. You don't want to do anything good. You don't want to do anything original. I think we pretty much addressed that. And with your last abomination, fuck Strange World. Let's just put it over here. That movie did what it did, whatever, and didn't do what it didn't do. But let's go back and look at the simple formula that y'all had going on. All you gotta do is take a cartoon classic and make a live action adaptation out of it. Seems simple, right? But y'all keep missing that fucking mark. You keep fucking it up. Your latest installment of Geppetto, fucking that piece of shit, Pinocchio. Fucking Guillermo del Toro made a better stop motion fucking rendition of that story than you assholes did with all the fucking money in the world that you have. All that goddamn money. And y'all couldn't fucking make a good live action adaptation of fucking Pinocchio. Simple story. I got a video coming up for that one soon. Once I get through this fucking nonsense. But that's beside the fact. Disney is fucking just shit now. If you don't agree, fight me. And when I get done fighting you, I'm gonna fight this fucking show called Willow, The Awakening. Whatever the hell they thought they were doing here. It was like, yeah, we can do Willow better. Alright, let's see what you got. But you gotta remember what the fuck you're going up against. Two vertically challenged, unlikely heroes set out on an adventure with the most desired MacGuffin in the land to return it to the place where it originated and defeat the greatest evil in the land, under the advice of an old gray-haired wizard.
The bones have spoken! Willow Loftgood, the safety of this village depends upon you.
In a mythical, spiritual-like being that irradiates brightness, they head out on their quest with the aid of a short party, gain the help of a great swordsman.
I am the greatest swordsman that ever lived.
That's why we need your help.
What do you need my help for? You're a sorcerer.
You're a great warrior and a swordsman, and you're 10 times bigger than I am, stupid! You are great.
Who finds love and achieves greatness, a talented archer, and other small ones in nature, traveling across beautiful open landscapes on foot. They encounter trolls and other mythical beasts.
Get him!
A resisting army that also wants the MacGuffin.
After them!
Deal with a fight to the death against another powerful wizard.
Razel.
And sadly lose an ally in battle.
Here. Win this war for me.
But when all is said and done, our heroes achieve their mission and the day is much brighter. Such a great, interesting story. Maybe one day a great director like Peter Jackson will make a epic movie. It'll do that story some justice. I don't know. But this one was brought to us by George Lucas, Lucasfilms, and directed by the wonderful and talented Ron Howard. But to get a little more insight on how George Lucas felt on his thoughts about Disney just taking this story and putting their own identity onto it, I was able to sit down with him and actually do an interview, luck be it. Here's a couple excerpts from that. What are your thoughts on the Imagineers at Disney that have taken on your legacy, which is Lucasfilm?
People say, well, monkeys can do paintings. Well, they can't really.
I see. Well, what about the wonderful scripts that have been written? Surely you can agree they have hired some wonderful writers that can write.
They can do scribbling. They can do like what my 2-year-old does.
Well, the directors that have, been hired on and fired before, movies even came to production, surely you can agree that the list that they've gone through have been people of very high caliber of vision.
Just somebody who's got a fetish with making the world to be the way he wants it to be.
The way they want it to be. That's interesting you say that, because it seems at Disney the way they want it to be is something known as the Disney formula, or woke. Would you say that?
That's very easy to say.
Do you think following this formula provides any positive benefit to young, impressionable minds?
I don't see where it does anybody any good.
Now, who do you think, who would you say is to blame for this current state at Disney, underneath this formula?
The scientists, the engineers, and the artists.
And what would you think happens when, parents and children, they bow down to this formula
and you end up in a cult where they're using the psychological tools to make you adhere to their society.
What would you say is the loss? What would a person lose, a child lose, from their personal self underneath this Disney cult?
Religious beliefs, spiritual beliefs.
Yes. Well, let's move on to something else. I heard during the production of Star Wars, you specifically hired a African-American writer to come in and take on the task of the character Lando Calrissian. How did you feel about the progress and the work that was being done with making that move, of having that person come in to take care of one character in particular?
You know, I got hooked into this tar baby.
Whoa, calm down, Georgie baby. Hey. It's 2023, man. We don't use that kind of language anymore. Yes, I see by your stunned silence, you might be stuck in your ways a little bit there. You know what? Let's just go ahead and wrap this up. Yeah. Thanks, George. But the only way to truly understand what the hell is going on in the minds of the Imagineers at Disney, we gotta look at this show for itself. So, I went on a little ride, and let's go, episode 1. Let's give him a chance. Well,
We thought the war was over, but soon after returning home, Willow had a vision.
What? Really? So, after this opening of Social, doing a recap of the movie, we learn, more or less are slapped in the face with the new revelation that Willow has visions now. Since fucking when? Okay, that's convenient. What did you have a vision about? Oh, that an evil would rise again and put Allura in danger. Oh, so in other words, translation, this is the bullshit to justify making this goddamn cash grab of a show. Thank you, Disney. So, what was the plan? Oh, Sorsha says she's gonna hide Allura from herself, hide her identity, hide her from the world.
It was the only way I could protect her.
Where are you gonna hide her? Somewhere far off? Nah, she's closer than you think. Okay, none of this makes sense. Quick question. Why are you showing me Finn Razel's wand being put into a box and locked away? Why do you fucking have that? And I can understand she had it at the end of the movie, but, maybe Willow should have had that. Oh, and by speaking of Willow, how the fuck do you know he had this vision? Because he sure as hell ain't present at the beginning of this show. Did he send you a text? He send you an email? Did he come all the way there and say, hey, evil's coming, hide Allura, and went back home? What? Let's carry on. The action leaps off the pages of this storybook, and a masked swordsman is going at it with another one, blow for blow. And who are these two strong, noble warriors fighting it out to the death in dangerous conditions? Why, it's the Black Ginger from Captain Falcon and some chick named Kit, who is allegedly Sorsha's daughter. Ah, yes, the new classic Disney trope of showing you that women do it better. They are the strong, powerful characters we want to put in your face. Hey, look, we tricked you. Oh, we subverted your expectations there for a second because they were both wearing masks, right? Oh, woman, yay, woman. It's fine. It's fine if you want to have your strong female protagonist, whatever. That's fine. The problem is the alarming rate that Disney just seems to keep pushing this. Push. Enough of the push. Just make a good story. Can we do that here? We find they are the two bestest of friends and talk about the dreams and aspirations that they have for the future.
One day, I'm gonna prove it. Tell me you don't still think about that. Going beyond the barrier, having these wild adventures like we've always talked about.
But have no fear, because there is a man here who is off in a field making a lovely time with a lovely fair maiden. This guy is Eric, who is Sorsha's son, Kit's brother. And who is he with? Of course we know who that is, and it'd take a genius to figure that out. That's Allura, who they actually push to the back of this episode actively. Yet through her, we get some characterization of our Eric.
You've got a bit of a reputation. I mean, if you've heard some of the things they say about you, things I know aren't true.
Yep, that's right. The first fucking male character we get in the damn show, and he is a womanizer. That's how we do it. That's how Disney does it. That's how you fucking goddamn do it. You fucking take the women and nice strong sword fighting. Ha! And the man, oh no, he's making the googly eyes with a fair maiden and has a reputation of being a piece of shit.
What?
Disney formula.
It's just like nothing I've ever experienced before.
Me too. Just didn't think that you felt that way about me.
It's what you do to me.
Characters whose future we really looked forward to, in love with womanizing piece of shit.
What?
But whatever. They all, everybody heads back to the fucking castle because there's a big event going on, the dinner and everything. And in case you didn't need one female to tell you he's a womanizer, have no fear, because Kit gets in on the party too.
I'm just concerned about what she's gonna put in those muffins when you inevitably break her heart. Eric, you're gonna lose interest, and then you're gonna move on to the next. The one way you're totally consistent.
No, it's different.
Here's the problem. Allura was left in the adoptive care of Sorsha in the first movie. Now she's gone off and had 2 kids. So there's some kind of allegory here of fuck all this stupid shit, all evil is supposed to come after and No, it seemed like you finally had your own damn kids. And it's just like, well, if this one didn't come out my womb, let me just go hide her off in the kitchen to make biscuits or what the fuck ever. But somebody should take note, Disney writers looking at you, that this guy Eric is technically trying to fuck his adoptive sister.
What the hell is that shit?
What the fuck, Disney? But no time to think about that as Kit and Eric run into Mommy dearest Sorsha, and she tells him to get ready for the big dinner tonight where Kit's supposed to meet her husband that she's supposed to be forced to marry. Oh, here we go, because Kit doesn't want to marry him, blah blah, allegory, social commentary. She don't want to hear it, but Sorsha can only hear one thing. That's right, Sorsha's hearing the voices now. So we get to the big dinner where fucking Kit and her very bestest, special, most awesomest friend are talking about her new king husband to be,
Graydon Haster, the Prince of Galadorn.
who she doesn't want to marry for some reason.
I curtsied like a real lady. And then he sort of grunted and shuffled his feet like a real winner.
And more of dear brother being the womanizer that he is, or at least the way the writers wrote him.
I cook, I clean, I heal the sick. I actually made the wine. There we go.
Oh, and Allura catches wind of this, but still wants that adoptive brother love. And then these cheap little references by word of mouth of fucking Mad Morgan.
My dad, he was great. He was a knight of Galadorn.
Well, Mademoiselle came.
Yeah.
Great Val Kilmer. We know Val is having his health issues, okay. Maybe they couldn't pony up the money to get him to come be in this show, so I'm curious in which direction they'll go with his character. So amidst all this, Sorsha is over here doing her thing, explaining, essentially why everybody has been gathered here today, outside of the, Kit's got to marry the prince, but specifically, the whole reason for all of this is Kit is going to marry the prince, all right? They're going to unify their kingdoms. Why, you might ask? I'm glad you fucking asked. Because the 2 kingdoms, they're going to defend the realm until Allura Dannon's great return. So essentially, she's lying to everybody, How you build trust off of fucking lies. That's a good message to T. Disney. Because this bitch got Allura working in the kitchen and shit, making biscuits. It's like, what the fuck are y'all really doing right now? But yeah, this is the whole game plan, man. So, yeah, the Hope's realms are based on a fucking lie. And what does everybody do when they hear this wondrous news, this wondrous arrangement?
So this is how liberty dies, with thunderous applause.
Oh, but what's that sound? Something's coming to revisit, Sorsha. So she's still hearing the voices, or at least she heard them for the second time, seems like here. So you would think that after delivering this lie of propaganda for this bullshit marriage that has been arranged to unify these kingdoms on this bullshit, whatever, fucking, you would think you hearing these voices for the second time would trigger something, and maybe it's time to give Willow a call, since this seems to be evolving around Alora and her fate and her destiny. Yes, send my fastest messenger out on the fastest horse. Go fetch Willow. But, it's only been 200 moons since these events have started. 17 years. You think Willow would have been there from the get-go. You got a big enough palace. This place is big enough. You can move him and his whole family there. But nonetheless, the party transitions into a dance where our two best awesome, just the closest of friends, embrace in a dance, and Kit talks of the adventures that she can't wait to have with her bestest, most awesomest friend. But Black Ginger has a little bit of bad news for our false princess.
I've been accepted to train with the Shining Legion, Kit, to become a Knight of Galador.
Yeah, so she's going off to join this elite fighting squad. This is this elite team that, they don't accept women, but
they don't take... They've made an exception. It's their first ever, actually.
She's the first one to be accepted. All right, cool. That's cool. I don't know if Disney was trying to pull some kind of social commentary thing. It was just like, she's going to be the first woman ever to join this fighting ranks. Hey, calm down, okay? Sorsha led a fucking army on her own, okay? So I don't know why they threw that in there, but nonetheless, it's a great opportunity for her. A great moment of progress, self-promotion, something she can be the first to excel in. And how does our phony princess take that news?
Kit, stop.
In her anger, she storms off and bumps into her future husband-to-be, but...
Hey! So, we're getting married. That's weird, right?
I'm looking forward to it.
Why? You don't even know me.
Sorry, excuse me, just...
Hey, I'm getting acquainted with my betrothed here, but you can go wherever you want.
She seems to break character, speaking in a manner that kind of takes you out of the show there for a second, to where it doesn't feel like it's in this fantasy realm of back in the day, back in this time period. It just feels kind of out of place.
Have you ever heard the story of Taramis?
And thus she goes on into this spiel, essentially, about some story about Princess Taramis, who, all the knights were fighting for her hand in marriage, and she secretly entered the tournament, and basically Disney saying, hey, women rights. So let's throw some more of that in there. Disney fucking formula. But, it gets to, okay, fine, make your spiel, you're mad. But then it gets to a point to where she damn near kills her brother just to make a point. Thankfully, Sorsha does something finally right in this show and stops her for killing her damn son. So Sorsha takes him out in the hallway, tries to, get some reasoning between these motherfuckers and what the hell, everything that's going on, what the fuck ever, man. And get some further degrading of the male lead character.
You should stick to chasing girls, rather than sticking your nose in matters that you're incapable of understanding and are not your concern.
But whatever, she fucks off. And then we get to learn about Val's Mad Morgan, the noble. We get to learn about his true place in this whole story.
Everybody loves you because you're so charming and fun, as long as they don't expect anything from you. Because the moment that they do, you'll just leave, just like Dad did.
I ain't fucking buying that.
I'm not him. Kit, I'm not going anywhere.
The man, the myth, the legend. He was misunderstood, but given the chance, he proved that he could be the hero he was always meant to be. He was kind, loving, and a fierce warrior that was always ready to take the head off to protect the ones he loved. You will be missed, sir, and may your legacy live long and rest in peace. Ah, yes, of course, because we haven't degraded, Eric. We haven't degraded him enough. Oh, no. Let's go attack another male character, one of the most beloved characters of the original film. Let's turn him, what do we do with Han Solo? Yeah, we made him a deadbeat dad, pretty much. Yeah, let's do that with fucking Val Kilmer. Jesus Christ, do you people have no respect whatsoever? Jesus Christ. And since we've knocked you down another notch, Eric, there, let's go ahead and balance the scales by knocking down a lower one time as she confronts him about his actions at the dinner party and noticing how he is the womanizer she believed him to be to begin with, but he says, oh, it's okay, baby, I'll give you a token of my commitment, and of course she just buys it like the gullible fuck that Disney is trying to make her.
He's an asshole.
A little later into the night, Kit goes to Black Ginger and tells her she's gonna go ahead and run away and...
I'm looking for something. It's not here. No, it's out there. Beyond the barrier.
And then we get this. Whoa, pull that fucking car over, man. I mean, yeah, that's the Disney we expect. Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course you had to do that. You had to do it, didn't you, Disney? You had to do it. But this shit is so out of place. I mean, it's really forced. It's not natural. There's no build up to this. We get these two interactions and stuff, they just come off as bestest of friends, but there's never a moment to where it feels like there's a romantic connection. Sure, there was that one look that Black Ginger gave to our false princess, but that was more or less her wanting to figure out how to tell her that, she's not going to be able to go out on these adventures with her because she's been accepted to this elite fighting group. Where was the romantic connection build up? Where the fuck was that in this show? It was nowhere. Just out of nowhere force Disney bullshit. Are you people paying attention yet?
I stutter, motherfucker.
It's weird. This kiss may have come right on time because I was not paying attention to her haircut before, but now I notice it. Interesting. Not that there's anything wrong with that. And while this unwarranted love affair is going on, Sorsha is trying to catch some Z's, but she's hearing those voices again for the third time.
It's begun. The Gales.
And they whisper off a familiar name.
They're coming.
I mean, seriously, this is the third time. You'd think at this point, something's going on, something is serious, something is dire. Why haven't you sent off?
You know what to do.
Willow.
Never say my motherfucking name unless you absolutely have to.
So Kit sneaks off and tries to make her sexual fantasies come true one last time.
You want to come? Kit.
But outside the castle walls, there are 4 ominous figures that are up to something. We cut back to these 2 chuckle fucks. They use a fog to conceal their invasion upon the palace, and we get a little swordplay from Eric.
I'm always relatively careful.
And also some unnatural dialogue, just bad acting?
Let our love be your strength.
Right. Definitely gonna do that.
But as this battle ensues inside, we get this gigantic fucking hellbeast that, seems to have no problem knocking out every man that comes his way, but our fearless women, plot armor.
Inside, Your Highness!
Sorsha catches wind of what's going on and she goes for her trusty sword. All right, so I'll give them some credit for that, at least to the props department. They did bring back her original sword she had in the movie. I had to actually look in that to make sure it was the same damn sword, and upon further investigation, it's almost the same sword. You can see right at the guard. Shadiversity, do something. Make a video on this shit. Fucking thing that covers your hands. You know what I'm talking about. It's slightly different. It is slightly different from the one from the movie, but they got it close enough. They got it close enough because the hilt's the same, the blade's the same with the serrated edges in it. I'll give you some props for that. I'm just curious as to why she has it hidden in such an elaborate manner where you have to push the wall to unveil it. You know, that's like keeping your gun in a fucking safe that you have to unlock when you hear a home invader. No. Be an adult. Sleep with a thing underneath your pillow. And we get a form of a nightcrawler type creature and also a whiplash type motherfucker who, well, just can't seem to get a hit on our false princess. And our young prince comes to join the fight. And also some good old plot armor, I guess, in a technical sense, from Sorsha. And then there's that one moment, that's a virtue expectation moment, to where you think something's gonna happen to a female character, this one being Black Ginger, but plot armor to the rescue!
Oh man, I'm sorry, I thought you were totally gonna let go of her.
I guess that was supposed to be a comedic line delivery. I mean, I giggled a little, but I don't know, it just seemed kind of drab, because this guy just kind of, it doesn't come out of nowhere. Sorsha was talking to him earlier. He's been locked up in a prison cell, and she released him for this fight. Like he's some secret weapon and hiding, or what the fuck ever, whatever. He's just somebody else that mentions Mad Mortigan's name.
You married Mad Mortigan. Nothing easy about that choice.
But whoever the fuck he is, fuck him. But suddenly, out of nowhere, our invading force here receives a text message, and they just fuck off.
I'm sorry! What did you want again?
So they just leave. It's just like, okay, bye. And I guess we come to find out slightly later here, they came for Eric. So they kidnapped him. It's just like, okay, sure, why not? The womanizer. So let's put the man character in peril. We can't have a woman in peril. No. This is Disney. So after all this, everybody reconvenes in fucking room and shit. Sources trying to figure out, what the fuck happened. And it's the big thing. We gotta go save Eric. And Little Miss Runaway offers her services to go find her brother.
I'll go.
You gotta get married. You're supposed to have this wedding to unite the kingdoms, blah, 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 blah. Nothing seems to be revolving around Prince Eric here. So now it's let's push her to be the leading character, to be the one who goes out and faces adventure. And
Mother, I said I think I should go west to search for Eric.
I heard you, and I agree.
Oh, okay. Going beyond the barrier, having these wild adventures. I'm looking for something, and it's not here. No, it's out there, beyond the barrier.
Nothing gets through the barrier, ever.
All that bullshit. Go find her brother. Okay, fine, whatever. The prince that she's supposed to marry, he's forced to go. And Black Ginger goes, and for some reason, Laura finds her way into this, but okay, fine, what the fuck ever. Let's get our plucky group of young heroes and heroines to get what the fuck ever. Here's the infuriating part. Once our prince that Kit's supposed to marry is supposed to, he's stepping up to join the group to go get him. Black Ginger does this.
Motherfucker!
Wow, a cock block.
Subtle.
A literal fucking cock block.
What the hell is that shit?
I mean, it's bad enough you had your little forced lesbian kiss. Okay, fine. You take it up one more notch by not letting this man stand next to his future wife.
Clever girl.
What the fuck, Disney? I mean, this is just the absolute literal garbage that we're gonna keep getting and getting and getting. I wanted to have some hope for this fucking show, and this is like the 30-minute mark, just before the 30-minute mark of the show, and that's it. That's fucking it. I tolerated it that fucking far, but then you throw in an actual literal fucking cock block. Are you fucking shitting me, Disney? So, whatever adventure these motherfuckers are gonna go on, I hope you fucking have a fun ride getting there, because I sure as hell ain't getting on that goddamn cart. Disney, you fuck right the fuck off, man, because thank you for taking a beautiful fucking movie, a fantasy and lore that's dear to me, like I said before, got me into the genre, and you've turned it into this fucking SJW politically correct fucking panderous nonsense. You just get fucked. You want to watch this show? Fine, go ahead. You like it? Fine, that's cool. That's cool. I'm not standing up for this fucking drivel, but I will sit down and fucking criticize the shit out of it and let it know and let you know and let the house of all know how much it is shit. I'm gonna fucking go drink instead of something better to do than watch this shit. Join us next time.